You can create a directory listing for your website using the People plugin. You first need to create individual person pages. So to create a person page, you click on plus new person. For information on how to set up a directory listing and for examples, go to Aurora Guides and select UC People. There are two different styles, the grid style and the table style. We've given you examples here. This is an example of a grid style with 4 persons per line. When you click on their image, it opens up the details of the person page. This person has information entered into the content area, so the page is formatted with the content information, and under the picture you will find any of the information that was entered into his person page. For instance, his email, phone number, fax. You can have a document, office location, what campus they're from. So again, this person was set up with information in their content area. Let's go look at a different example. Again, in this example, there's 4 people in a row, but notice they have a column on the side, so the real estate here is much smaller for each individual person. It's very important that you keep the images the same size so that they line up properly. If you click on the person, in this instance, Maria does not have any information in her content area, so the information that only shows is the logistical information, the email, phone, and so forth. And let's take a look at the examples of a table style. You can see that this table is set up so that it uses the whole page. The next example has a menu. This example, they are using drop-down menus. Third level menu shows up as a column, taking away some of the real estate for this page. I would suggest that you use multi-level drop-downs so that if you're using a directory listing, this doesn't shorten your table. You'll be able to use a full page. Let's click on Alexandra, and you can see here that he's got information in his content area. I'm going to use his information to create a new person page. So you can add in the title, department, the content area here. We're going to leave blank just to show you the difference. The phone number you're going to want to keep consistent for all your different people. You can add in an alternative phone, a fax, mailing address, office location. Any information you add in here will be underneath the person's picture. Courses, a link, and I'll show you an example of the redirect link in a moment. On the other side here, you can add a featured image, person's picture. Make sure the alternative text is in there and that each of the pictures are the same size. You could add this person to a different group or add a new group or tag the person. Click on Publish. View the person. You can see where Alexander has this layout because there was no information in their content area. Let's go ahead and add some information in the content area so you can see the different format. We'll add this information. Edit the person. Make sure that it's in visual so that the information that's being copied, the formatting stays intact. Click on Update. View the person. And all we did was add information to the content area, and now their page is set up this way. Let's create the directory listing page. New page. We'll call this People. And change the template to the People template. When you change the template to People, you get more options to set up your People page. For instance, this People page allows you to choose how many people per row. If you are setting your page up for the grid style, you can either set them up for 2, 3, 4, or 6 people per row. You have the layout for grid or table. We're going to leave it as grid for now. The next section allows you to specify the people you want listed on this page. Since this is the People page, you could just leave this area blank and all the people will show. If you wanted to specify certain people, you would just click on the individuals. To remove the individuals, you could click on the minus sign. If you set up your people to be in specific groups, you could have a listing here of different groups. For instance, faculty, staff, graduate students, instructors, maybe the regional campuses. You might have a listing of faculty that are in the regional campuses. And what you would do is just click on, for instance, faculty, if this was just a faculty page. And then down further, you could also break into groups. So if you had selected multiple groups, then you would be able to break those into sections. The next area specifies what will show up on your People page. For instance, this will show a photo, first name, last name. You might want to add their title. You might have their email and phone number. The rest of this information could show up on their individual page. Let's update and view the page. And this person, Megan, was the only person that we had selected for faculty. So she's the only one that showed. Let's go back to Edit Page. Let's deselect the faculty. Update. View page. This time, all the people that we've created person pages for will show up. You can see here with the images why it is important to have all your images the same size, so the information will line up properly. Let's change this from grid style to table. Underneath layout, we're going to change it to table. Update. View page. In this situation, you can see where one of the titles is very long, creating these extra spaces and squishing the columns so that they don't fit properly. In this situation, I would probably deselect the option to show the title. Edit page. Deselect the title. Update. View page. You can see how the columns are spaced out better. And once you click on one of the individuals, you will then see the information, their title and their department. And over on the side, you'll see their email address and phone number and office locations and so forth, whatever you've entered into their person page. You can see that Alexander is being redirected to his political science page. Let's go back to our People page. We can click on one of our persons, edit the person, and here I can add a new group, and we'll just add him to staff. Add new group. and it automatically puts them in the staff group, and click on Update. At this time, we can go to our listing of our people, and I can select multiple people. Bulk action, you can either edit and apply, and you can select these people to be in a specific group, or you can specify their tags, and their status can either be published, private, pending, or draft. You're able to change that also, and then click on Update. I'm going to edit Alexandra's, and we're going to remove the redirect. We'll add him to faculty and update. Let's go back to our people page. Edit the people page. This time we're going to change it back to grid, and we're going to specify the two different groups. We're going to break them into groups, update the page, view the page, and you can see where the faculty group and then the staff group are listed. If you wanted the staff to be up in front and the faculty to be on the bottom, you can specify those within groups. Edit the group, and you can order them. Right now it's set to 0. You can put it as 1. Let's save the change. Go back to groups. Edit the staff. Now that we've set up the faculty to be 1, and if you leave the order 0 on staff, then staff will show up first. Let's go ahead and leave it like this and see what happens. Let's go back to our people page. And now staff, because it was set to 0 and faculty was set to 1, the staff shows up first. So that's how you can order your groups. You can also order individual people within the group. Let's edit each one of these. Edit the person. And the order is 0 here. We're going to put hers to 3. Update. Go back to our people page. And now you can see where Megan is at the end. And you could do this for each individual person. There's a lot more that you can do with the people, but hopefully this will get you started.